aircraft that has suffered quite a bit of damage. We were told that it landed, it braked, but as it was braking, because of the treacherous ground conditions on the back of rain, it started skidding. It went towards the end of the runway, where it pitched nose down into a ditch, and it led to this particular aircraft, the airframe suffering trauma and splitting into two. Unspecified number of injuries and unspecified number of casualties right now. But we can tell you that this is the second serious accident, air mishap, that has occurred in this particular airport in the last 10 years. And I want to go straight back to Madhav. Madhav, what else are you hearing? Vivek, what else are you hearing?
This is, of course, the latest update that we have. We have 190 passengers on board this aircraft. It's a Boeing 737 aircraft. It overshot the runway at 7:10 is what we are told. Of course, the visuals quite clearly have, in fact, demonstrated that the aircraft has been broken into two. The only part that is giving authorities a bit of hope right now is the fact that there is no fire on ground, and that is the only welcome part at this point of time. It's too early for us to speculate about the kind of figures that we could be looking at of injuries of those who could potentially be killed, because this
it's also on the number of passengers. Some people are saying 177, at least some news organizations are putting it at 177, others are saying 190. So there are differences there also. Mr. Rudy is also here with us. He's, of course, a commercial pilot. Mr. Rudy, what do you think might have happened here? Okay, we don't quite have him here, but we're going to try and connect with some commercial pilots to get an idea of the circumstances that might have caused this particular mishap as we go along.
Air India Express has 737 brand new Boeing's aircraft, which is 800 series, and they are absolutely brand new and and they are fantastic aircraft. So there is nothing wrong with the aircraft. There should be many other reasons why this should have happened. Of course, when you have rains, it becomes the pilots have to be very cautious, because you use the maximum braking, which is the lowest, which is the highest form of braking, and you need to come in a stabilized approach. And the elevation of the runway is only 300 feet above the sea level. So all these factors is something which will come out in the investigation. I, as a pilot, and I know what strain the pilot has to undergo and what is the stress which must be in the entire pilot fraternity, whether Air India or any other airlines, when a crash takes place. And I can feel that. But this crash is, fortunately, as you show it in the pictures, is without fire. And that is a great solace to many, because the impact would have been much reduced, because the pilot must be braking. And that impact, even after that, if it has broken into two, is something which is very amusing. But and it has not skidded off, but the impact of the landing must have been extraordinary, and then going to the end of the runway and thereafter breaking into two is something which requires a lot of examination. But I feel very sorry for what has happened, especially in monsoon. Many pilots are under a lot of stress, and then one really doesn't know what may have actually happened.